So OpenAI just dropped GPT 5.1, and at first glance you might think this is just another incremental update, but when you dig deeper into the examples, play with the tone presets, and look at the performance graph, this is way more significant than it appears to be. Let me break down why this release is super special. So GPT 5.1 comes in two modes. First, there is GPT 5.1 Instant, which is what most of us will be using day to day. Then there is GPT 5.1 Thinking, the heavy-duty reasoning model for when you need the AI to really think things through. And the way these two modes work together, it is actually pretty clever. Here's where things get interesting. OpenAI tested GPT 5.1 Instant with this super relatable prompt. I'm feeling stressed and could use some relaxation tips. And you know what? The response doesn't sound like robot anymore. It actually sounds like someone who gets it, someone who cares. Remember how GPT-5 could feel a bit clinical, like it was reading from a medical textbook? GPT 5.1 completely changes that vibe. It is warmer, more conversational, like talking to a friend who actually understands what you're going through. And honestly, that is what matters. When I'm stressed, the last thing I want is a Wikipedia article about stress physiology. I want someone to tell me, hey, try this breathing exercise, or here are 3 things you can do right now. GPT 5.1 gets that. It feels tuned for actual human interaction. Now let me show you something that might seem small, but it is actually huge. OpenAI gave GPT 5.1 and GPT-5 this challenge. Where should I travel this summer? Respond in 6 words. And guess what? GPT 5.1 actually does it. 6 words, not 7, not 5. And it keeps doing it even when you ask follow-up questions. You might be thinking, okay, cool party trick, but so what? But here's why this is a big deal. This is instruction following on a whole new level. GPT-4 and GPT-5 were not consistent with this kind of thing. If you asked for 5 words, you might get 8. If you wanted a specific format, you would get something close but not quite right. For developers, this is honestly game-changing. If your entire workflow depends on getting AI outputs in exact formats with strict character counts, specific headline lengths, or precise bullet formatting, or even exact JSON structures, you have probably spent countless hours writing error handling code and cleanup scripts. GPT 5.1 dramatically reduces that headache. This directly improves how AI integrates with tools like Notion, N8N, Zapier, or any app that needs to consume AI output reliably. It is not just about being impressive, it is about being dependable. Now let's get technical for a second. OpenAI tested GPT 5.1 Thinking with this prompt. Now, unless you're a serious baseball stats nerd, you have probably never heard of these. And that is exactly the point. This example shows how well the model handles genuinely complex explanations. And honestly, this is where thinking mode really shines. The explanations are clearer, there is less jargon, and very few undefined terms just thrown at you. But here's the real clever part. The model knows when to think hard and when not to. OpenAI quantified this. The model is twice as fast on simple tasks and twice as slow on the complex ones. That means it is allocating its reasoning power intelligently. It is not wasting time overthinking what is 2 plus 2, but it is also not rushing through a multi-layered technical explanation. You get explanations that actually make sense, even for technical topics. It feels like it is explaining things for a human and not for another AI. As someone who codes, I am genuinely excited about this. For debugging complex issues, analyzing error logs, tackling long reasoning chains, and data interpretation. I'm especially eager to test this on things like Flutter ANR breakdowns or system design prompts, where previous models would sometimes give you these frustratingly shallow answers. Now there is this performance graph that OpenAI released, and it is honestly more revealing than any other marketing trick. It compares GPT-5 and GPT 5.1 across different percentiles of task difficulty. Let me explain what you are looking at. The 10th percentile represents easy task, stuff like basic questions or simple request. The 50th percentile is your medium difficulty task. And the 98th percentile, that is the really hard stuff, the problems that make most AI models struggle. OpenAI tested both models across hundreds of prompts ranging from trivial to nearly impossible, and they measured performance at each difficulty band. And here's what the graph shows. GPT 5.1 is better across every single difficulty level. It is not just good at one type of task. It performs better on easy stuff, medium stuff, and the hard reasoning heavy problems. This confirms the entire theme of the update. GPT 5.1 is more balanced, more capable, and more reliable across the board. And here is a really sweet part. You don't always have to pick which mode to use. If you choose GPT 5.1 Auto, the system will decide for you whether to use system or thinking, based on how complex your prompt is. For simple stuff, it will lean on instant. That means faster responses and less compute. For more complex problems, it will switch to thinking, giving deeper, more accurate output. There is even a no reasoning mode. When the question is super straightforward, it can skip deep thinking altogether. That means you get both speed and smarts without having to micromanage what model to use. Now here is something I'm personally really excited about. Tone and style controls. GPT 5.1 lets you choose the personality you want the model to respond with. Want it friendly, professional, nerdy, quirky? You get to pick the vibe. And the really cool part is that whatever style you choose applies across all your conversations instantly. You are not stuck setting it up fresh in every new chat. You can choose your presets like friendly, professional, efficient, quirky, candid, nerdy, cynical, or stick with the default balanced tone. You can tune the warmth, the conciseness, emoji usage, formality level, personality traits, and the overall vibe. Tone changes apply across all chats instantly. You don't need to start a new conversation. You don't need to remind the AI every time. You set it once and it remembers. As someone who creates content and builds automations, this is genuinely useful. If I want all my outputs to match my brand voice, something friendly, simple, and motivating, I can set that once and forget about it. For regular users, this just makes GPT feel more like you instead of generic AI assistant. It adapts to your communication style, not the other way around. So let's bring it all together. GPT 5.1 Instant is more human, warmer, and genuinely conversational. It follows instructions like exact word limits much better. GPT 5.1 thinking is deeper, clearer, and smarter when tackling complex reasoning tasks. GPT 5.1 does automatically pick thinking mode when needed, saving time and compute on easy tasks. You get tone and personality presets, so the model sounds the way you want it to sound. And the performance graph shows improvement across every difficulty level, not just the easy task or just the hard ones, but everything in between. This isn't just a point update. This is OpenAI refining the entire experience of working with AI, making it more reliable for developers, more natural for everyday users, and more adaptable to how we actually want to communicate. And honestly, I think that is worth paying attention to. If you find my videos useful, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.